Hey, what's up online? What's up, online community? And thanks for stopping by, checking out another segment of Straight No Chaser. Now, first off, I've got to say that I know I've been gone for some time. I want to give a shout out and a special warm felt thank you to everybody that's messaged me, that's reached out, that has stopped by to check on me and my health and my well-being. As you can see, I'm back. I'm black and I'm stronger than ever. Last time I was online on the airways, I didn't have the facial hair. Look, I even grew the goatee back because I was walking around looking like Kenneth Brown with the with the slippery criminal face, no facial hair. But I even grew the goatee back. So shout out to everybody that checked in on me. Checked in on my health. I'm feeling great. I'm doing great. I'm energized. I'm enthused. I'm ready to talk some sports. I'm ready to get down with my man Ken. I know that because of the hiatus, I've been gone for a month. This segment, I wanted to kind of take it back to the roots, and that is talking to one of my guys who was there A1 from day one, helping me build this platform, talking sports and culture, Ken Brown. So first off, Ken Brown, thanks for jumping on Straight No Chaser.
Hey, brother, thanks for having me back, man. It's been too long. I'm glad to see, man, you're doing well. We definitely missed the segments, man. So glad to have you back once again, man. So we can jump into it and get it popping.
Man, you know how we do. So before we get into it, people at home, if you're watching, grab your favorite libation. Today we're talking sports, and we're gonna get into a Straight No Chaser. Salute.
Yes, sir.
So with that, kind of segue in, it's a great segue into the next point. We saw something in the bubble from the NBA team that we hadn't really seen in professional sports outside of maybe the Super Bowl. And that is neutral site playing. What are your thoughts on professional sports adopting a neutral site playing format for playoffs and their championship, Super Bowl, World Series? What are your thoughts on that? Is that something that, as a fan, you'd be interested in seeing?
Well, I think it's intriguing, man. I mean, it's almost like, college basketball, some of the bowl games in college football, where, I believe that the product is good. The product is always going to sell itself no matter where it's at. But I liked it. I mean, I think it's a good idea because I think fans will come and see a good product no matter where it's at. So I'd like to at least see if the NBA experiments with doing that more. Because I don't have any issue with that at all.
And I think to your point, I think you can see that with the NBA. Also think you can see that with football because as you talked about college basketball, think about college football teams that have bowl games.
Yes.
You have, let's take a team like Notre Dame that's here in the Midwest,
right.
And they play in the Rose Bowl. They were playing the Rose Bowl. And so you have a fan base that travels to the West Coast.
Right.
With Duke basketball, if they don't get a #1 seed in the East, they're usually somewhere in the mountain area or in the Southeast or Southwest. I'm sorry, not East, Southeast, but the Southwest somewhere.
Right.
So who's to say that professional sports fans couldn't do the same thing?
You're right. I agree. I mean, if the Lakers came to Chicago or, Portland or, a Houston, comes to Chicago, I think the place will be packed. I think people want to come and see those teams ball. So, I like to see them experiment with that. I think it'd be a great idea.
Yeah, I think that would be huge, especially with a foundation of, and what I liked about watching the NBA bubble was it took away the home court advantage.
Yes.
So you didn't have to worry about players being weary from travel. You didn't have to worry about players, but you saw a lot of players being able to play more freely in the bubble system because they didn't. And there's something to be said about having a home court advantage. That's why it's called a home court advantage.
Right.
We saw role players just being able to play freely because there's no crowd standing right there beating down on them.
Right.
And I don't care how much crowd noise they pump into the gym that they're playing at. There's nothing like 26,000 fans booing you and the floor is vibrating and you got all these different optics and it's sensory overload. There's nothing like that. But to see some of these guys being able to step up in that situation, who's to say that we wouldn't be able to see, backups or unlikely heroes, a guy like a Duncan Robinson for the Miami Heat, You know, who's to say that we couldn't? I'm holding out hope. Let's say we had a football playoff on the neutral site. Nick Foles just goes ham. David Montgomery learns how to break a tackle and take it.
Oh man, that's an Iowa State dude right there. You gotta be careful. My man Montgomery representing Iowa State. You know, he'll be all right.
You know what? Here's the thing. David Montgomery, I think he's a really good football player. He reminds me of a guy we used to have back in the day called Raymond Harris.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Catch the ball, he can block a little, he can run a little. Right. He's that utility guy, but they still need a game breaker at that position. You know, Tariq Cohen, I think he reminds me of Dennis Gentry, who used to play back in the day with the Chicago Bears.
Right.
You know, a guy who you could bring in and run some different plays. Here's what I don't want to see anymore. You know, we're bringing it back to the Bears and we'll go back on track. I don't want to see Cordell Patterson in the backfield anymore. Can we please stop running lose 3?
Right.
That's the play that they call when they give it to the Cordell Patterson and he loses 3 yards. This is my impression of Matt Nagy calling the play. Wait, what we got? Third and 5? Yeah, run, lose 3. Yeah, 3rd and 5, run, lose 3. No matter what, they're going to give it to Cordell Patterson. He's going to lose 3 yards.
Right, right. I got you.
Matt Nagy, if you're watching, stop calling that play. It's trash.
Man.
You know, but with that, going back to our, you know, what we were saying, I think the bubble concept has brought something up very interesting in terms of, you know, being able to play in neutral sites. MLB has talked about, you know, adjusting their playoff format, potentially keeping it with what they did for this baseball season.
Right.
Basketball, there's been some excitement over now the 8th and 9th play-in spot, similar to what you see in the NCAA tournament. You know, you have your field of 64, but you have also that play-in with those additional 4 teams. So it adds another level of excitement. So it's something to be on the lookout for because there has been some discussion. And if anything has come out of the COVID, it's been new and innovative ideas.
Yes, yes. And it was some good basketball to watch, man, inside the bubble, man. I mean, you had players really coming out, man, and balling out, man. You know, Jamal Murray's. I mean, you had some pretty good games, man, and catches going at it. I don't know if it was because there were really no fans. They felt like there was less pressure and it was more comfortable for them to get down like that. But I mean, there was some good ball this playoff series that just happened.
Absolutely.